No commitments. Cancel anytime. Apps for most devices. Get your Fast Pass now at Dirtvision.com.
I don't like this at all.
Left, 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 left. Left. Right. Oh! Stop. Straight. Left, left. Okay, pin it. Pin it.
How you feeling, Tilden?
Not good, but good enough to beat these boys.
That's right.
Left, 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 left. Straight, straight, straight. Open up a little. Go, go left, go straight. And gas.
Didn't follow the course.
Not even trying.
Not even trying.
Hey, we're just playing the game.
It's pretty dark.
Go, 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 go. Slight left.
Straight back, you're looking great. Start slowing down, brake, 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 brake. Right, 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 right. Oh, no, no, straight, left, straight.
Missed it.
Gas it, left, left. Okay, good, we're good, we're good. Dude, damn it.
You got panic mode there at the end. Bad. Probably used some words that I shouldn't have.
He's-
Go. Straight. Oh, no.
I stalled it.
All right, gas it up.
Just a little bit.
Slow, straight.
Oh, boy. Blindfold engaged.
3, 2, 1, hard left, hard left.
You're solid.
Straight, straight, hard left, hard left, hard left. Down, side, side, side. Yeah, we're lost. How are you lost?
I'm gonna need you to do a better job for me than I did for you.
I'll try and be a little calmer.
Oh boy. Here we go. Wait. Right, right, left, hard left. Sorry, I didn't want to sit. 3, 2, 1. Hard right, hard right, hard right. All right, gas it.
It's kind of chaos.
Dirtvision is home to all the greatest shows on dirt. World of Outlaw sprints, late models, and Super Dirt Car Series. You also get DIRTcar Summer Nationals and weekly shows from America's top tracks. Dirtvision has the best all-around live coverage with flexible options for casual and hardcore fans. No commitments. Cancel anytime. Apps for most devices. Get your Fast Pass now at Dirtvision.com. Now watch the greatest shows on dirt anytime this offseason. Dirtvision Now is streaming 24/7. Free to subscribers and registered users, Dirtvision Now brings you a mix of recent and classic races from a variety of dirt track series, plus our Dirtvision QuickTime recaps. You will also get non-racing content, including popular off-track segments and other features. Registered users can watch for free at Dirtvision.com or on the Dirtvision app. Dirtvision Now.
Wanted the best, you got them for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaw. World of Outlaws Dirt Racing is available now.
Call us outlaws. We don't mind. We're young, we're old, and everything in between. You know, there are badass outlaws scattered all across the world, and we proudly wear the name. We have an unapologetic toughness that can't be denied. We're not just tough, we're outlaw tough.
Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back once again for some more DIRTcar eSports action on this Wednesday night. It's race number 8 of this 10-race season, but we don't have 2 more weeks after this. We only have 1 week after this. We are doing a doubleheader next Wednesday to make up for that missed race at the Williams Grove Speedway when iRacing had that update that night and kind of messed things up. But we are going to be doing a doubleheader next week to crown a champion for this series. And speaking of the champion, right now the guy in the points lead is Kyle Jarrett with a hefty 113-point advantage with just these 3 races remaining. Tonight we are at Weedsport Speedway here in Weedsport, New York. We've got, I believe, 48 cars here tonight, and we are going to have what should be 4 heat races, 2 B mains, and then a feature event. That feature event going to be, I want to say 30 laps. I'll have to double check on that later, with the winner receiving $100 and then a pretty hefty payback all the way back to about 10th place. So it should be a fun night of racing. Let's go through the lineup here of heat race number 1. And it looks like we've got Billy Northcutt on the pole. This one, the driver out of Salina, Kansas. He's out there in the Dirt Panda Racing Team. Viv's Liquor, KC Speedworks, Wild Bills Race Designs, number 52. Outside of him, a winner multiple times this season, the number 18 car. That'll be JC Floyd out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The Cocky Floyd Consulting, Get Up Upper Motorsports, KR1, number 18 car. Row number 2 on the inside, you got the number 15 car. That'll be Kyle Ramsey. Ramsey out of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Theo Vaughn Racing, Thick Boy Entertainment, number 51 car. And outside of him, last week's feature winner at Knoxville, Rocky Battenfield out of Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, the 97 car. Spartan Transportation, iRacing, iFlag, and CFM Esports sponsor him. Row 3, the 55 car. That's going to be Cruz Cadell, a winner earlier this year with the series. Cadell, he's out of Hiawassee, Georgia. House of Speed, Cocky Floyd Consulting, Ace Graphics, number 55. And outside of him, the 64 machine. That is driven by Logan Catellis. And Catellis do not have any, oh, actually, yeah, he's out of Stockton, Pennsylvania. Hoods Up, Quick Lube, Top Care, Lawn Care, Royal Purple sponsor the 64 car. Then we've got the 005, Ian Good on row number 4. Ian Good, let's see where he is from. Looks like he's out of Junction, Kentucky. IPG Motorsports, Heritage Credit Repair, JD Auto Detail. Outside of him, the 100 car, Chris Hill. He's out of Great Falls, Montana. Cocky Floyd Consulting, House of Speed, Dirty South Speed Shop, number 100. Your final 2 starters, the 76 of Robert Palmer and the 19 of Ben Hartcomb. Here we go. Green flag is out in heat race number 1. 8 laps, top 4. Moving on, and we did invert the top 6 out of qualifying, and we are wrecking already. We've got a car facing the wrong way, and that is 3-time winner this season, JC Floyd, who is looking the wrong way. The caution immediately comes out here in turn number 1 on lap number 1 here at Weedsport. Now, the last 2 starters, like I mentioned, Robert Palmer would be remiss if we did not get his sponsors in as well. Driver out of Otis, Massachusetts. Actually, he does not have any sponsors listed on our list here. Outside of him, in the 10th starting spot was Ben Hartcomb. Hartcomb, the driver out of Windsor, Virginia for Bass Pro Shops and iRacing.com in the number 19 machine. So 10 cars ready to restart this race here, as we did get a little bit of an issue there on the start with JC Floyd. I'm going to take a look here on my end and see what exactly could have happened here to the 18 of Floyd. Just trying to funnel into turn 1-0, and Floyd went to get in line behind Billy Northcutt, and I don't think Kyle Ramsey was quite expecting him to do that. Ramsey gave him a shot in the left rear. They get together in the center of the corner, and they both spin out. Actually, Ramsey kept straight. Other driver involved was the 76 of Palmer. So going to have to redo it once again here. We do have 1 lap complete and 7 to go in heat race number 1. Unfortunately, no Mike Warren tonight, no Dylan Coyle tonight. Both of those guys actually, you know, coming out that they're saying they got new jobs, new gigs here recently. And both of those things are taking them away here tonight. Mike Warren, now the announcer for the Super DIRTcar Series Big Block Modifieds, a big deal for him. I know he goes from, you know, doing the PR work for the World of Outlaws Case Late Model Series to now the announcer, full-time announcer for the Super DIRTcar Series. And then Dylan Coyle, I believe, just got a gig with, what was it, I think Nice Motorsports in the Truck Series or something like that. I'll have to double check that. But He's out, I think, at a dinner tonight for the team. So 2 big opportunities for our co-announcers here tonight. I've got no big news. No news for me. So we're just going to be doing the same thing that we've always been doing. So right now under caution, let's see if they can go green this time by, and that is the case. Northcutt and Ramsey off the front row. We'll see if we can get the first corner in this time here at the Weedsport Speedway. Green flag is up in the air. Northcutt going to lead the field in turn number 1. Rocky Battenfield talked about him earlier as the winner last week at Knoxville, and I think that was his first start of the year. I'll have to double check that. Pretty impressive stuff for Rocky Battenfield, and we got another caution out on the speedway. We've got the 76 of Robert Palmer once again involved this time. And Palmer getting together with the 005 of Ian Good as they went into turn 3, and finishing him off was J.C. Floyd. Hit the inside wall head on, and I believe blew the engine up. So Robert Palmer back in the pit area, and we've got 2 laps, or actually, how many laps we got in? Yep, 2 laps complete of the 8. We'll take a quick little break here as they get the lineup figured out. We'll right back with the green flag. Back to the green flag here in heat race number 1 out of 4. Struggling to get this first heat race in here tonight as Northcutt is going to lead the field back into turn 1. Whoa, contact, and I think we might see the yellow again unless Kyle Ramsey's going to be able to hang on to it, and he does. Green save there by the number 51 car, and J.C. Floyd all the way back up to 4th already after starting 2nd and getting turned around on lap number 1. So Floyd is in the final transfer spot. Everybody behind him is side-by-side, 3 wide actually. Chris Hill, Logan Catellis, and Ben Harcum. Now trying to go 4 wide is the number 55 machine of Cruz Cadell. Good stuff there from right outside of the transfer spots as Floyd now works off the left rear. Ramsey, he's going to get into him, and they're going to hang on to it but lose the transfer spots. Wow, the 51 and the 18 car got it together down the front straight. It looked like Floyd was trying to crash him, but they held on to it. Catellis and Chris Hill both go by the 3rd and 4th, so 51 and 18 car getting in some trouble there and losing themselves a transfer position. 2 laps to go, 3 laps to go, I should say, for your leader, Billy Northcutt, with the number 97 of Rocky Battenfield right behind them. Trying to check up on my stat there earlier about Battenfield to see if he was that was the only start that he had all season here. I'm trying to double check, but I'm not quite seeing it yet here. Battenfield, nope, he did have 2 starts this season so far. And the other one, I don't think he made the show. So pretty good. He's batting 500 for Rocky Battenfield as the white flag is in the air. For the leader, Billy Northcutt, Rocky Battenfield, and right behind him the entire way through this one. I don't think he's going to be able to catch up to him here. Floyd is close to Catellis for the last transfer spot here, coming off of turn number 4. I don't think he's going to make it happen. He's not. Race winner, Billy Northcutt. 2nd goes to Rocky Battenfield, then Chris Hill and Logan Catellis. The 4 cars moving on to the feature tonight in heat race number 1. getting lined up now. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for this one. On the pole, the driver is Drew Hopkins out of Brodhead, Kentucky, car number 157 for CFM Esports, Majula C Speed Shop, and Keltner Contracting. Outside of him, the number 43 machine. That car is driven by Grady Ehrman. And Ehrman, we see him coming out of Dover, Pennsylvania. That's the Speed Ranch E-Setups, Speed Ranch Shocks, and by ML Performance, Studio A Hair Salon, XP1 Racing, and Caveman Designs, number 43. Run number 2 on the inside, the number 9 car. That'll be Jacob Hayes. And Hayes coming to us by way of Lenore, North Carolina. Rocket, iRace Wraps, HCM, Cocky Floyd, House of Speed, number 9. Outside of him, the number 23 car. That'll be Miles Morse out of Hagerstown, Maryland. That is Martin Sports, Team Watson Racing Setups, iRacing, iFlag, Burnt Rubber Productions, BD Technology Group, and Main and Tail, number 23 car. Run number 3 on the inside, the number 20 car. That'll be Colt Curry out of Salisbury, North Carolina for Ghost Energy in car number 20. And outside of him, number 2 machine, that is Ty Dickinson. Ty Dickinson out of Grinnell, Iowa. That's the iRacing, iFlag, Papa Mike Promotions, KC Speedworks, Evil One Graphics, Bell's Bully, Junk Fabrication, Sweet Tea Gang, number 2. Row 4, the number 26 car, Sage Luther. He's out of North Platte, Nebraska, in car number 26. And outside of him, number 7, that'll be Justin Hopkins. Hopkins out of Ames, Iowa. Back Row Racing sponsored that number 7 car. Row 5, the 93 machine, that is Cody Nearing out of Hubbard, Iowa. And outside of him, there's the number 064 of Michael Kenton out of Gibbon, Nebraska. So here we go. Heat race number 2 coming to the green flag off of turn number 4, and there it is. Drew Hopkins going to get the early jump over Grady Ehrman. To his inside is the number 9 car of Jacob Hayes. Like we mentioned earlier, the fastest qualifiers inverted by 6 in each heat race. So their fast qualifier in this one was the number 2 car of Ty Dickinson. He's now 3 wide for the 5th spot. He gets by 1 car. That's the 23 of Miles Morris. So Dickinson now 2 out of a transfer at this point in time for your fast qualifier. Up front, Hopkins trying to run away from the field here. 2nd spot is now in the hands of the number 9 machine. Jacob Hayes, he got by Grady Ehrman. As Ehrman works back to the inside, looks like Ty Dickinson, a little bit of an issue off of turn number 4, the 23 machine. Miles Morse works back to his inside, takes the 6th spot right back away. Actually, it's the 7th spot. Morse takes it away, but now Colt Curry hits the wall right in front of him. Morse going to pick up another one. Oh my goodness, slides in front of Colt Curry and moves him up out of the way. Ty Dickinson says thank you very much, goes right by both of them and into P5. So Dickinson catches a good break there. He's up into 5th. But unfortunately, he's about 10 car lengths behind the next closest car, Sage Luther, and a spot in tonight's feature event. Track still with a lot of speed in it right now. Everybody kind of just single file around the bottom side of the racetrack here at Weedsport, but soon that will change as the track will get slicker and slicker. Drew Hopkins leading this race by about half a second over Jacob Hayes, then Grady Ehrman, and then Sage Luther. Last time by race leader Drew Hopkins at a 17.913. Fastest car inside the top 4 was your 2nd place car, however. Jacob Hayes at a 17.840. So Hopkins definitely, that lead is shrinking between him and the number 9 car as they come by this time by 2 laps to go. Ty Dickinson way out of the throttle off of turn number 4 and not hit the wall. And I think it's safe to say that your fast qualifier in this one will not make it out of this heat race. He will definitely have to run one of the last chance showdowns later on tonight. White flag is out for Drew Hopkins. So it looks like he's going to have this heat race win in the bag. The heat race brought to you by Majula C Speed Shop, as was heat race number 1. Coming through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. 157 car. Drew Hopkins going to hang on. The driver out of Brodhead, Kentucky gets the win, followed by Jacob Hayes, Grady Ehrman, and in 4th was Sage Luther. So 2 heat races in and 2 to go. Heat race number 3 lineup on the pole, the number 87 car. That'll be Rusty Bilger out of Intrican, Pennsylvania. Reckless One Racing, Householder Racing, number 87 car. And outside of him is the number 84. That is Bryce Dickinson, I believe the brother to Ty Dickinson in the last race. The driver out of Linville, Iowa. NLR, EPI, Papa Mike Promotions, Mama Bear, Diamond Designs, Grip Hackney, number 84 car. Row number 2 on the inside, the 03. That car is driven by Dylan Thomas out of Denison, Texas. The Black Flag podcast, Mike M Designs, number 03, and outside of him it's the 05 of Isaac Salas from Minot, North Dakota. DIRTcar Racing, Venom Racing, and Coast to Coast sponsor him. Row 3, the 68 car. Good qualifying effort tonight for Ronald Piles. Piles coming to us. Oh, we don't have any sponsors actually on Ronald Piles here, so we'll have to wait on that. Outside of him is the number 1 car of Joshua Ringer. Ringer out of Kaiser, West Virginia. Row 4, we've got the number 27 car. That'll be Brady Thompson. Thompson out of Newark, Iowa. Or sorry, Ohio, I should say, Newark, Ohio. And outside of him is the 045 of Kyle Jarrett, the current points leader with the series. So he's got some work to do in this one. Out of Ryan, Iowa, the Cocky Floyd Consulting, Gage Motorsports, House of Speed, number 45. Final 2 starters, Brandon Sherpke out there in car number 17. And Sherpke is out of Clintonville, Wisconsin. Your final starter in this one, the number 57 car, William Curl, out of Irwin, Tennessee. That's the main machine, Redline Oil, RCR, Curl Race Engines, number 57. Here in heat race number 3. Race leader up front appears to be the number 03 car of Dylan Thomas. Thomas started back in P3, so a good start for him in this one. 3 laps down this time by Isaac Salas is in second. He started 4th, so not sure what happened to your front row, but they get shuffled back. Dickinson now up in the 3rd spot after starting from that 2nd position. So Dickinson and your pole sitter Bilger both falling backwards. I had to take care of something here on my end. I was not able to watch that first lap of action, so not sure what happened, but we are clean and green here halfway through the heat race number 3. As the race for 4th is getting interesting, Kyle Jarrett, your points leader, the 045 car, trying to get up towards the top 4. He's in 5th right now, fighting with the 68 car of Ronald Piles, but the caution is going to come out for William Curl. And wow, the caution comes out as Curl was just rolling onto the racetrack from the pit area, and the yellow flag was displayed. So no crash or anything. He was just coming out of the pit area, and it drew the caution. So should be just a quick yellow here, and we'll get right back to action in just a moment. Green lights come on here in heat race number 3. Time by just past the halfway mark in this 3rd heat race. Thomas, Salas, Dickinson, and Bilger, the top 4. The guy to watch for is sitting in P6 right now. Kyle Jarrett does not want to have to run the last chance showdown. Contact for 4th. Ronald Piles and Rusty Bilger get together. Now Jarrett gets into Bilger, and car goes around the number 1. That is Joshua Ringer drawing the yellow after a big stack up off the corner. Started with Ronald Piles getting into the side of Rusty Bilger, and then Jared getting into the back of Bilger, stacking them up, and Joshua Ringer runs into the back of them, and in turn gets ran into the back of by Brady Thompson and spins himself around. So yellow is out on lap number 6. Lights come back on. Let's see if we can finish off this third heat race here tonight as Kyle Jarrett trying to fight his way into a transfer. He's going to lose a spot off of turn number 2. Here comes Brady Thompson from the tail of the field. He started 7th and is now trying to get by for the 5th spot. White flag this time by contact for the lead between Salas and Dylan Thomas. They both keep on going. Down into turn number 1, Kyle Jarrett gets the bumper to the 87 of Rusty Bilger. He worked down the back straight over the final time. Jared's going to lose another spot potentially here as we come out of turn number 4 to the checkered flag. Off of turn 4, Thomas is going to get the win. Salas hangs on for 2nd. 3rd spot goes to Dickinson, and 4th goes to Rusty Bilger. So your points leader, Kyle Jarrett, going to head off to a last chance showdown here tonight. Final heat race getting gridded up now, and on the pole of this one, the number 50 car, that is driven by Alex Bonsignor out of Noorsville, North Carolina. Progressive One Auto Collision, RSKKS Properties, AB Esports, number 50. Outside of him, that's where you're going to find Daniel Stifler. Stifler, he is out of... Oh, we don't have any information on Daniel Stifler here tonight. So row number 2, the 822 car, that is driven by Tyler Jackson out of Davis Junction, Illinois. Bajula C Speed Shop, KC Speedworks, CFM Esports, Diamond Designs, number 822. Outside of him, the 002 car, that is going to be Clifford Bellamy. And Bellamy coming to us by way of Glen St. Mary, Florida. Marcos Moose Ranch Hair Care and Tire Center, Tintec Debris Removal, LM Landscaping, Melgar Motorsports, Henry's Mafia, Hot Lap Heroes Racing, and Crow Trucking, number 002. Row 3, the number 37 car, Brunson Benning out of Calamus, Iowa. House of Speed, Element Designs, Teledic Communications, Cocky Floyd Consulting, Get a Bumper Motorsports, number 37. Outside him, the 22 car, your fast qualifier for this heat race, Justin Thomas. And he is out, is it Justin? No, Joshua Thomas, sorry, out of Gilbert, West Virginia. I was thinking about golf, the Justin Thomas in golf. Black Diamond Gaming, Pallet Bin, Domino Printing, number 22. Row 4, the number 5 car, that is Dylan Petty out of Midlothian, Texas. Mike M Designs, Yardbird Enterprises, Southern Sim Racing, Custom Race Engines, number 5. Dustin Fryer will be on his outside in car number 11. Fryer to Ludlow, Kentucky, 5-6 Graphics, Seaber Sim Sports, Back Road Racing, number 11. Final 2 starters, Blake Bailey. Blake Bailey out of Bunker Hill, Illinois. Your final start, the 77 of John Quill. John Quill out of Statesville, North Carolina, as we head to the green flag. Final heat race of the night. Into turn number 1 is going to be Bonsignor sliding up the hill in front of Stifler to take the lead, but here comes Tyler Jackson turning it down to the inside, trying to take it away from Bonsignor. Jackson, I looked over the results last week, got a DQ at Knoxville, so trying to bounce back from that, he takes the lead down the front straightaway. Tyler Jackson into the race lead quickly here as Bonsignor and Stifler continue to race for second. Third spot is Benning. He's got a pretty good gap back to the 5th place machine of Dylan Petty. So Benning, after a 3rd place run last week, oh, your 2nd place car is going to go into the infield. That is Bonsignor, ends up where Sheldon Hodenshield did the World of Outlaws race earlier this year, and he is going to keep on going and drive away from that incident. Bonsignor into the infield after starting on the pole, draws the caution. Lights are back on here in heat race number 4. Halfway home next time by for your race leader, Tyler Jackson. Brunson Benning, after that contact up in front of him, is up into the 2nd spot. Daniel Stifler in 3rd. And here comes Dylan Petty, 3 wide off of turn 4. I don't think that's going to work. They squeeze together down into turn number 1 and keep it going. Wow, impressive driving from those 3 guys there. I thought Stifler was going head on to the wall. Able to hang on to it and keep on digging. Petty right now in the last transfer spot. Blake Bailey behind him. Joshua Thomas, Clifford Bellamy, all hot on his heels as they work down the front straightaway with 3 laps to go in heat race number 4. 16 car of Bailey trying a different line down there in turn 1 to catch up to your 4th place car of Petty. Petty's on the inside. 16 car of Bailey on the top. Gets a run to the outside down the front straightaway. We got a battle for the transfer spot into turn number 1. 2 laps to go, and Bailey, we'll see if the top side works for him this time off of 2. It looks like Petty is going to have the advantage, but Bailey's still right there on his right rear quarter panel. Into turn number 3. Petty not able to slide in front, but the 16 car of Bailey does not get the run that he got the last time by, and Petty's going to hang on to it. Oh, and then the 16 gives him a shot in the shorts entering turn number 1. Great driving by Petty to hang on to the race car as they come to the checkered flag this time by Tyler Jackson. Is going to win this one with ease. Brunson Benning in 2nd. 3rd spot goes to Daniel Stifler, and 4th is going to Dylan Petty. Everybody else going to head off to a last chance showdown here tonight at Weedsport, which is coming up here in just a few seconds. First last chance showdown of the night. Number 18 car, J.C. Floyd, going to be on the pole. Outside of him is the number 45 of Kyle Jarrett. Row number 2, you got the 19 of Ben Harcum and the 27 of Brady Thompson. Row number 3, you got the number 51 car, Kyle Ramsey, and the 17 of Brandon Sherpke. Row 4, the number 005, Ian Good, the 68 car, Ronald Piles. Row number 5, the 55 car of Cruz Cadell, and the number 1 of Joshua Ringer. And your final 2 starters, the number 76 of Robert Palmer and the 57 of William Curl. 12 cars and the laps this time, and the top 4 moving on to tonight's feature event. Off of turn number 4, Kyle Jarrett and J.C. Floyd playing some games there on the start. The two of the top 3 in points are in this last chance showdown. Floyd third and Jarrett the leader. Those two get away from the field. Battle is already on for the 3rd spot as Harcum tries to slide up in front. We've got some contact and some chaos behind him. And a caution comes out. Ronald Piles, Cruz Cadell, and Ian Good all get together and draw the yellow off of turn number 4. After some contact between, I believe it was Harcum maybe, and Thompson at the front of the field, stacked them all up and they got turned around. Here we go down the front straight back to green with 2 laps in to this first last chance showdown. It's J.C. Floyd followed by Kyle Jarrett, then Brady Thompson and Ben Harcum. But here comes the number 1 car, Joshua Ringer, right behind the number 19 of Harcum, racing for that last transfer. Harcum's going to get into Brady Thompson off of turn number 4. They both keep going. Oh, and Ringer smokes the wall down the front straightaway right behind him and loses some ground to your top 4. Behind Ringer, got a side-by-side battle between Robert Palmer and the 17 of Brandon Sherpke. Those two keeping it clean for now, back there for the 7th position. Oh, Harcum with a mistake off of turn number 4. This time he hits the wall and brings the number 1 car of Ringer right back into the fight for that last transfer spot. But the caution comes out once again. This time it is for William Curl and car number 57, I believe. Oh, no, actually it wasn't for him. He was involved, but it started with Robert Palmer getting together with, I believe, Ronald Piles into turn 1. Oh, and the 76, looking at the replay, Palmer hit the inside wall in turn 1, and Piles literally nowhere to go, along with Ian Good. Those 3 and the 57 of Curl crash it up in turn 1 and draw the caution with 5 laps in and 5 to go. Green lights come back on here with 4 laps to go in this first last chance showdown. It's an all about J.C. Floyd and Kyle Jarrett. The top 2 have been cemented pretty well this entire race, but the race for 4th is the one we've been paying attention to. Harcum, Ringer, and now Cadell all right there with each other as they work down the back straightaway here at the port. Now here comes Ringer. Actually, not Ringer. Oh, the yellow is out again. I'm not sure what this one's for, but we'll take a look back in the field here. And it looks like it is for the 005 of Ian Good. He hit the wall in turn number 2 and then kind of just drove into the infield, or tried to, and disconnected from the server. But when he did that, he drew the caution because he stopped on the racetrack. So caution out again here in this last chance showdown number 1. Struggling to get this one in with 4 laps to go. We'll see if we can finish this one off as we go back to green. A rough start from 5th on back. Ringer did not get going. Cadell's up alongside of him. They go into turn number 1. Cadell's had a decent season with DIRTcar Racing Esports. I'm surprised he's way back here battling for this position. I think he even got a win. Yes, he did. He won a few weeks back, and now at this point in time, he's not in the show. He gets by Ringer, who bounces the car off the wall off of turn number 4, and Cadell's still got to get by one more car, but the white flag is out next time by. Can the 55 put the move on the 19 car of Ben Harcum? He's definitely close enough to try and put a move on him here if he so chooses. Right there on the back bumper, heading into turn number 1 for the final time in last chance showdown number 1. Cadell is going to get into him just a little bit there. The 19 of Harcum is in trouble as they go down the backstretch side by side for the last time. Cadell on the bottom, Harcum on the top. Who's it going to be at turn number 4? They get together, Harcum's into the wall, and Cadell is going to get the last transfer spot. Wow, good stuff there in last chance showdown number 1. So we got one more coming up here before we get into the feature, and I believe I was not up to the live television there. That was my fault. I was behind. I was looking at the replay and forgot to go live. So all the ending of that race a little bit late, but hey, what can you do? I was looking at a replay trying to see what exactly happened there and forgot to hit the button that tells us when, we're live. So we're live now. So let's look at the lineup here for the second one. Ty Dickinson, car number 2, is going to be on the pole next to the 16 car of Blake Bailey. Row 2, 23 car, that's Miles Morrison. Outside of him, the 22 car of Joshua Thomas. Row 3, the 7, Justin Hopkins, and outside of him, the 002 car, Clifford Bellamy. Row 4, the 20, Colt Curry, and the 77 of John Quill. Row 5, 93, Cody Nearing, and 11, Dustin Fryer. Final 2 starters in this one, the 64 car Michael Kenton and the 50 of Alex Bonsignor. So 10 cars again, 4 transfers and 10 laps. So we'll see if this one is a little bit cleaner than the last one. The guy I'm watching for is starting dead last, Bonsignor, who started on the pole of his heat race, got collected with another car and flew through the infield, and now finds himself here with a lot of work to do. Got to pass at least 6 other cars here to keep his night alive at Weedsport for round number 8 of the DIRTcar eSports Street Stock Series. Go down the front straightaway. Green flag is out. Final last chance showdown of the night. We're going to go caution, though. 7 car gets turned around into turn number 1 and the 16. So the 16 of Blake Bailey, the 7 car of Justin Hopkins, Michael Kenton's involved, Colt Curry's involved, and quickly we go yellow in turn number 1 in last chance showdown number 2. Back in the air here for this second last chance showdown. 2 complete and still 8 to go. Up front, it is all about Ty Dickinson showing the way. Behind him, we're wrecking. Oh, Bellamy, Quill, Nearing, Monsignor, all getting together and drawing a huge wreck off of turn number 4. Miles Morse also got a piece of it as well. And wow, I thought the last race was struggling, but this one's struggling just a little bit more here as we get 2 big pileups in this race. So the top 4 are about the only cars that did not get a piece of that one. Hopkins, how about that? Justin Hopkins involved in that last yellow and right now is sitting in the 4th position for a transfer. Clifford Bellamy, his engine is blown up. He is done. Top 4 as they run on the track now. Dickinson, Thomas, Fryer, and Hopkins. But we'll see what the officials do. All right, we are back underway here. Just a quick yellow. Things are back rolling as Dickinson tries to run away from the field, but the yellow is out again. Another multi-car pileup here in turn 1. Looks to be the 64 of Kenton, the 50 of Bonsignor, the 77 of Quill. And oh man, we are struggling here tonight in the last chance races here. Bellamy also got a piece of it, and yellow immediately is back on the speedway here at Weedsport. All right, we'll see if we can stay green here for more than a lap or two. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, my. Are they going to keep it going? Wow, I don't know how we stay green. Bonsignor and the 16 of Bailey just wrecked every way but Sunday right there and kept it going straight, and we will stay underway here. So 5 down and 5 to go here in LCS number 2. Dickinson is the leader, but, man, he's got a couple of lap cars up the road here. Kenton. And Kenton's going to pull off and into the pit area, so don't have to worry about him. The other car is Clifford Bellamy. I think he's too far up the road for Dickinson to have to worry about him, but those cars coming out of the pit area for repairs. And, yeah, Dickinson not going to have to worry about him as he's already got just 4 to go this time by the stripe. So Dickinson showing the way. We've got Joshua Thomas, and we've got the 7 car of Hopkins and the 11 of Fryer. Fryer feeling the heat a little bit, though, from the 20 car of Colt Curry. Curry runs the top little diamond maneuver there off of turn number 2 and is trying to catch up a little bit to the number 11 car. And the last time by, Curry definitely faster than Fryer by about 1/10 of a second here. This time by the line, an 18.504 for Curry and an 18.344 for Fryer. So Fryer pulls away, but now Fryer is working on the number 7 car of Justin Hopkins. Wants a little bit of insurance here. Does not want to be sitting on the bubble spot. Hopkins tied off of turn number 4. Here comes Curry trying to fight there for that last transfer spot. He looks to the inside to turn number 1. Hopkins going to get into the back of Fryer a little bit. White flag next time by, setting up for potentially another last lap pass for the final transfer spot here in the last chance showdowns, 2 in a row. Curry to the back bumper of Hopkins. Over to the white flag this time by. Oh, Curry shoves him into the corner a little bit. Hopkins able to maintain his line and about a car length on Curry. I think he's going to be able to hang on here as they come into the last corner. Here at Weedsport, last transfer up for grabs, and it will be Hopkins hanging on. Your race winner is Ty Dickinson, 2nd to Joshua Thomas, 3rd to Dustin Fryer, and 4th goes to Justin Hopkins. So those will be your 4 cars at the tail end of the field. We're now going to take 5 minutes for warm-ups, and then we will get right into our 35-lap feature for race number 8 with the DIRTcar eSports Street Stock Series. Features coming up next.
Dirtvision is home to all the greatest shows on dirt. World of Outlaw sprints, late models, and Super Dirt Car Series. You also get DIRTcar Summer Nationals and weekly shows from America's top tracks. Dirtvision has the best all-around live coverage with flexible options for casual and hardcore fans. No commitments, cancel anytime, apps for most devices. Get your Fast Pass now at dirtvision.com.
I don't like this at all.
Left, 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 left. Left. Right. Stop. Straight. Left, left. Okay, pin it. Pin it.
How you feeling, Sheldon?
Not good, but good enough to beat these boys.
That's right.
Left, 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 left. Straight, straight, straight. Open up a little. Go, go left, oh, straight. And gas.
Didn't follow the course.
Not even trying.
Hey, we're just playing the game.
It's pretty dark.
Go, 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 go. Slight left.
Straight back, you're looking great. Start slowing down, slowing down. Brake, 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 brake. Right. Oh, no, straight, late, straight.
Missed it.
Gas it, left. Okay, good. We're good. Damn it.
You got panic mode there. I know. Bad. Probably used some words that I shouldn't have. Go. Straight. Oh, no. I stalled it.
All right, gas it up. Just a little bit. Slow, straight.
Oh, boy.
Blindfold engaged.
3, 2, 1, hard left.
You're solid.
Straight, hard left. Stop. Yeah, we're lost. How are you lost?
I'm gonna need you to do a better job for me than I did for you.
I'll try and be a little calmer.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Wait. Right, left, hard left. Sorry, I didn't want to sit. 3, 2, 1. Hard right. All right, gas it.
It's kind of chaos.
Dirtvision is home to all the greatest shows on dirt. World of Outlaw sprints, late models, and Super Dirt Car Series. You also get DIRTcar Summer Nationals and weekly shows from America's top tracks. Dirtvision has the best all-around live coverage with flexible options for casual and hardcore fans. No commitments, cancel anytime, apps for most devices. Get your Fast Pass now at dirtvision.com. Now watch the greatest shows on dirt anytime this offseason. Dirtvision now is streaming 24/7. Free to subscribers and registered users, Dirtvision now brings you a mix of recent and classic races from a variety of dirt track series, plus our Dirtvision QuickTime recaps. You'll also get non-racing content, including popular off-track segments and other features. Registered users can watch for free at dirtvision.com or on the Dirtvision app. Dirtvision now.
You wanted the best, you got them for abreast.
And welcome back to Weedsport Speedways. We are ready here in just a few moments to give you the starting lineup for tonight's 35-lap main event for race number 8 of the DIRTcar eSports Street Stock Series. And with that, here is the lineup for tonight's feature event. On the pole, it's going to be the number 52 car of Billy Northcutt. Outside of him is the number 157 car of Drew Hopkins. Row 2, the 03 Dylan Thomas, and outside of him is the number 822 car of Tyler Jackson. Row 3, last week's feature winner, the 97 of Rocky Badenfield, and outside of him is the number 9 of Jacob Hayes. Row 4, the 05, that is going to be Isaac Salas, and outside of him, the 37 car of Brunson Benning. Row 5, the 100 Chris Hill, and outside of him the 43 car of Grady Ehrman. Row 6, the 84 Bryce Dickinson, and the 71 of Daniel Stifler. Row number 7, you've got the number 64 Logan Catellis and the number 26 of Sage Luther. Behind those guys in row number 8, the 87 car of Rusty Bilger and the number 5 of Dylan Petty. And then behind them from the Last Chance Showdowns, the 18 of J.C. Floyd, the 2 of Ty Dickinson, and the row number 10, the 45 of Kyle Jarrett, the 22 of Joshua Thomas. Row 11, the 27 of Brady Thompson, the 11 of Dustin Fryer, and the final 2 starters, the 55 of Cruz Cadell and the 7 of Justin Hopkins. 24 cars, 35 times around, $100 to win tonight's DIRTcar eSports Street Stock Series event here at Weedsport Speedway. Keeping an eye on the championship battle. Up at the top of the standings, it is Kyle Jarrett by 113 over Drew Hopkins. But remember, Jarrett has to come out of the Last Chance Showdown. He starts back in 19th, and Hopkins starts from P2. J.C. Floyd, 121 behind Jarrett. He is starting just about right next to him at the tail end of the field. Northcutt, 131 points back. He starts on the pole, so maybe a little bit of moving and shaking here in the points, depending on how this 35-lap affair goes down. Coming to the green flag here at the Weedsport Speedway for race number 8 of the DIRTcar eSports Street Stock Series. Off of turn number 4, Billy Northcutt and Drew Hopkins lead the field down the front straight. A little contact there on the start between Northcutt and Hopkins. They're able to keep going. Now contact between Thomas and Northcutt. They keep going, stacks up the field. I'm not sure how we are staying green, but that is indeed the case. 3 wide in the middle of the pack there. Now 4 wide off the corner. Dickinson, Hill, Battenfield, and several others getting together down the front straightaway. Crazy stuff here to start this one as they are still 3 wide from about 10th on back. Catellis, Ehrman, Luther. Now the yellow flag comes out. Honestly, I'm surprised it took that long, but the yellow flag has been displayed, and it looks like it's coming out for somebody at the very, very tail end of the field here, as we'll see what exactly happened. 87 car, Rusty Bilger, is the culprit here. Him and Joshua Thomas both get together, and they draw the yellow here on lap number 2 with 33 laps to go. All right, coming back to the green flag, 33 laps to go. Drew Hopkins is the race leader, trying to put a dent into Kyle Jarrett's point lead. And if he can do that, he'll have a shot at next week's doubleheader to finish off the year. Dylan Thomas running in the second spot. Third position, hotly contested between Billy Northcutt and Tyler Jackson. They're 3 wide, getting together off the corner. What a move on the bottom by the number 9 car. And wow, we got a wreck off of turn number 4. Couple of cars getting together over there, and I think Kyle Jarrett might have been one of them involved here. Let's take a look at what happened on our end here. Stack up at the front of the field collects Bryce Dickinson, Chris Hill, and several others. It really started there. Coming off of turn number 4 at the front of the field, those couple guys got together. Everyone behind them checking up to avoid Dickinson and Hill get turned around in the process, and stacks up a bunch of others. So yellow's out here on lap number 3, 32 to go. Here we go, off of turn number 4, back underway. We'll see if we can get a couple laps strung together as Drew Hopkins is the race leader. Here comes Tyler Jackson dipping down to the inside to get by Dylan Thomas for the second spot. A little bit of a connection issue potentially for the 03 of Thomas as he runs in the 3rd spot. Behind him, the number 9 machine, Jacob Hayes, and the 52 of Billy Northcutt go side by side for 4th. And then behind them, it's a couple rows deep, door to door back there, and 3 wide action again around the 10th position. Logan Catellis, J.C. Floyd fighting his way forward, and the 26 of Sage Luther. Up front, race for the top spot. To the inside goes Tyler Jackson, trying to get by Drew Hopkins. Gives him a little shot in the shorts down the front straightaway. Hopkins hangs on to the lead. Good run tonight for that number 9 car of Jacob Hayes, trying to get by for 3rd, but the yellow is out. We got another big pile up off of turn number 2 this time. One of the cars involved looks to be, oh man, actually a lot of cars involved in this one. Rocky Battenfield, one of them, last week's feature winner. He was actually at the root of this incident. The 43 Grady Ehrman got into the back of him, spun Rocky around. Rocky running an 8th at the time, so another, 16 cars coming by to get into him. And that's exactly what happened. Logan Catellis, it's a piece of it, along with, I believe, Bryce Dickinson also, after being involved in that last accident, also got a piece of him. So tough start to this one, 6 complete, 29 to go. And it's all been about Drew Hopkins so far. Flag is back in the air, and up front, Hopkins trying to hold off the challenges of the 822 car, Tyler Jackson. They've swapped lines since that last start there. Jackson now goes top shelf. He's alongside of Hopkins down the front straightaway. Who led the lap? It looks like Jackson took the race lead. Jackson had it by, let's just take a look here, 2 1/1000ths of a second at the front of the field. Now Hopkins trying to fight back to the inside. They work off of turn number 4, give the advantage for a moment to Drew Hopkins, but that topside momentum is going to prove to be where you want to be at. The caution is out at the perfect time for Tyler Jackson. I believe he does have the lead as Dustin Fryer, along with several others here. Oh man, a big wreck off the corner, and Kyle Jarrett is one of them. So Kyle Jarrett is a piece of this one, your points leader, and we'll see how bad the damage potentially is here. Kyle Jarrett, as it looks like a couple cars in front. Jared was slowly making his way towards the front here before that incident took place. And he's done. Jared went back to the pit area after J.C. Floyd, Bolt, or who's that? That is the 20, or Isaac Salas in the 05, along with Stifler and a couple of others. And Kyle Jarrett is now back on the racetrack, but he's at the tail end of the field. I believe he went into the pit area. And so Jared's got his work cut out for him. He was right outside of the top 10 at the start of that accident. After starting in the 19th position, he was in 11th when that happened, and now he's all the way at the tail of the field. So not good, but luckily for him, it's been a wreck fest so far. Only 9 laps are down. A lot to go here in this one. And here we go, back to green. 10 laps are in, and this one is taking its fair. We're at 12 minutes on the time limit here. We got 10 laps down, so hopefully we can get some green flag laps put together here as Jackson shows the way. Drew Hopkins, he knows probably that there's been some issues for Kyle Jarrett at the tail end of the field, and now Hopkins fighting on the outside, trying to take the lead away from Jackson. Looks like the top's where you want to be at in 3 and 4, but the bottom in 1 and 2, and what do you know? Another caution has come out here as they have wrecked off a turn number 4. I'm going to try and figure out who it was for you. Actually, the crash was in turn number 2. I cannot find who the culprit was here in this one. All I know is the yellow flag is definitely back out once again. All right, let's see if we can get more than 2 laps going here. As the green flag waves again, and not a good start at all that time for Drew Hopkins. Did not get to the gearbox very well, as Jackson's going to slide in front of him and take the line away. Dylan Thomas fighting on the inside in the 0-3 machine. Down the back straightaway. Now Jackson goes to the bottom. That leaves the top open for Hopkins. We've seen that be the preferred groove, I feel like. Top side of 3 and 4. Hopkins to try and mount a charge here on the 822 of Jackson, but the yellow flag has come out once again. Justin Fryer has gotten a piece of this one. I don't think he was the initial cause for that, potentially. I think somebody else, maybe it was him. All I know is the yellow flag is out for at least the 6th time here in 13 laps. All right, for the 7th time, we go green. At least 7. I lost track, honestly, guys, but flag is back out. 14 down, and still a long ways to go. 21 laps to go in this race at Weedsport. Close call for Hopkins, and the yellow, what do you know, it's back out again. Caution, and I'm trying to figure out who it is. 87 car, Rusty Bilger, is the culprit here in this one, it appears. So definitely riding the struggle bus here tonight at Weedsport. Man, oh man, oh man. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Jackson with an incredible start. The restarts have been changed to single file here to try and clean up the racing a little bit. See if that proves to be a good move here or not. I see some cars getting together at the back of the field, but we are able to stay green for now. Off of turn number 4, Jackson will put lap number 16 down. Less than 20 to go here at Weedsport. Hopkins in second, Hayes in third, Thomas and Benning the top 5. It's going to be Northcutt, Floyd, Luther, Cadell, and Catellis. Top 10 here in this one. Racing for second. It's getting a little interesting here. Jacob Hayes trying to get by the 157. The pole sitter of this race, Drew Hopkins. And Jacob Hayes, I don't remember really saying his name too much here over the last couple weeks with the DIRTcar eSports Street Stock Series. He is doing a great job tonight driving that number 9 car. This time by, it's going to be 18 down for Tyler Jackson. Jackson looking for his first win of the year, which is absolutely insane to me. I think we're going to have to double check and make sure that is correct. I think he won a race a few weeks ago, but I could be wrong on that. Not sure if something happened there behind the scenes or not, but the race for second, it looks like it's going to go to the way of the number 9 car of Hayes here if he can get off of turn number 2 pretty well, and he's got the edge over Hopkins headed to turn number 3 in the 37 car. Brunson Benning is trying to follow right through with him. So Hopkins got the anchor out a little bit here. A little contact right there off of turn number 4. And now Benning's going to try and take advantage. Look at the bottom of the tracks where we want to be at here tonight at Weedsport. And Hopkins is hung out to dry on the top. 15 to go. This time by for Tyler Jackson. What a move right there from Benning. Thought he was going to slide in front of Hopkins and close the door, but he could not do it. Benning is in third at the line, though. 03 car will be the next one to take that spot away, but Hopkins able to get in line right there. Good move by Drew Hopkins to get down in line in the preferred groove. But how about J.C. Floyd here tonight? Floyd is up into the 6th position after starting back in 17th. Great run here tonight for J.C. Floyd after that incident in the heat race. He fell to the tail of the field, drove back to 5th, but it wasn't enough to get him into a transfer spot. He is driving through the field, keeping his nose clean, and making his way towards the front. As Jackson shows the way by almost a second and a half over your second place car. The number 9 car of Jacob Hayes, last time by at 18.41 for Jackson, 18.51 for Hayes. So Jackson definitely pulling away just slightly every single lap by about a 10th or 2, or about a 100th or so. Brunson Benning actually faster than your 2 cars ahead of him there in the 3rd position. So Benning potentially one of the best cars on the track, but it is tough to pass here tonight. Bottom of the racetrack is where you got to be, and it looks like you got to maybe use the old chrome horn to move some guys out of the way. The yellow flag is out, though, as we've got Rocky Battenfield looking the wrong direction off of turn number 4. Battenfield at the time was running in 13th place and gets together with, actually Logan Catellis right in front of him. He hit the infield wall and spun around, collected Battenfield and Daniel Stifler. So the yellow is out. Once again here, we did get quite a good run in there, so good job by the drivers to clean it up. We'll see if we can make it the last 10 laps here at Weedsport. All right, let's see what happens with 10 laps to go. Jacob Hayes is now up to second. He doesn't have that space between himself and Tyler Jackson. And oh my goodness, he's driving in there, gets into the side of Jackson, and Hayes into the infield. Jacob Hayes is through the infield, wide open right now. What is about to happen in turn 3? He drives back onto the racetrack. Oh my goodness, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And he has been disqualified. I don't blame the admins at all. That was some Dukes of Hazzard stuff right there. As Jacob Hayes, now the yellow's out. It looks like Justin Hopkins slowed down the front stretch after a couple of cars in front of him got together. Joshua, I think that's Joshua Thomas right there, and the 100 of Chris Hill got together off of 4. But my goodness, how about that move by Jacob Hayes? He got into the side of Jackson and then could not make the corner, flew through the infield, stayed wide open, and then drove back onto the racetrack in turns 3 and 4, but immediately got disqualified. That is the funniest thing I think I've seen all night long. And that puts Drew Hopkins right back into second place, and Brunson Benning in third, and now J.C. Floyd 17th to 4th for the 18 car. All right, 8 laps to go for Tyler Jackson. Let's see what J.C. Floyd can do. The 18 cars drove from 17th up into P4 on a track that is tough to pass on. But J.C. Floyd, probably the most, proved, I guess, or I don't know, the biggest surprise, I guess you could definitely say, here in this season as they're getting into each other for second. Floyd's going to take advantage of that, goes to the outside of Benning for third, as him and Hopkins got together down the front straightaway. Floyd's season opening on the top side of the racetrack. Next time by will be 6 laps to go. Oh, and Benning hit the infield wall. Got up on 2 wheels, kept going, and we somehow stay green. Wow, 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 what a move right there. And now Floyd's not done yet. He'll move by Hopkins down the backstretch for second. A lot of stuff happened right there off of turn number 4. J.C. Floyd, though, is going to move into P2. And now I honestly would not mind another caution here to see Floyd try and get a shot at Tyler Jackson. With how this race has gone, another yellow is more than likely in the cards here. See the lap times and see what Floyd is doing in comparison to Jackson. Jackson that time an 18.45. Floyd an 18. There's the yellow, maybe car way slow right in front of your leader. Chris Hill up against the wall. We stay green for now, but Hill way off the pace. Next time by, 3 to go for Tyler Jackson. Floyd running faster laps, but is running out of time. Top 3 have broken away from the 4th place car of Thomas and him battling with the 37 of Benning. 2 to go next time by for Jackson. Floyd probably praying for a caution here to try and have a shot at the $100 top prize tonight. Coming around to the white flag next time by for Tyler Jackson. On the front stretch, sees the white flag one more time through turns 1 and 2. Through 3 and off of 4, the 822 car. Tyler Jackson's going to get the win here tonight at Weedsport Speedway, his first of the season. J.C. Floyd 17th to 2nd. Drew Hopkins 3rd. Brunson Benning and Dylan Thomas will finish up in the 5th position. It was a rough start to the race there, a lot of cautions, but, well, at least they figured it out towards the end and made it an exciting race for everybody watching tonight, whether it's on Dirtvision, DIRTcar Racing YouTube, DIRTcar Racing on Twitch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. We've got 1 week of action left. That is next Wednesday night, a doubleheader at Charlotte and at Williams Grove for a makeup race that was postponed from earlier on in the season. So next week, Williams Grove and the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're going to wait just a few moments here and see if any of our top 3 drivers show up here in the broadcast booth. I definitely see Drew Hopkins. We're going to talk to him right now. And Drew, you led the race early on, and then towards the end, Tyler Jackson able to put the move on you there. And man, it just seemed like maybe all those yellows made it tough to get in a rhythm here tonight.
Yeah, it did, and I don't run these cars a lot, so I don't know. Tyler, he was fast hitting that bottom. I just couldn't get slowed down enough. I was worried about getting hit from behind, so I'd drive it in a lot harder than I needed to hit that bottom, and I was just sliding up, and he got by me. And then same thing there with JC. They're so good at controlling these cars, and they can just put it anywhere and be fast, and I was just overdriving it a little bit too much.
What was the toughest part about the track here tonight? Obviously, so many yellows makes it, seem like maybe there's something on the racetrack that makes it tough. I know that infield wall can reach out and grab you quickly here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It about got me a few times going into one because I was really trying to slow down. But again, just trying to slow down so much, worrying about somebody hitting you from behind because they were just sitting in the back. Yeah, and just caution fest when we were out front, I just couldn't get in a rhythm and couldn't get out and go. But luckily we held on. Last week we had some unfortunate luck, but this week I think we got a 3rd place, so should put us up there. I think we're still 2nd points, probably still be there, but just overall it's been fun and just glad to come out with a podium finish.
All right, Drew. Well, next week, doubleheader. We'll see you there.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And first and foremost, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, CFM Esports, Chris Ferguson for all he does, and Keltner Contract, and just everybody that supports me.
All right, Drew Hopkins driving 157, finishes up P3 after leading a couple of laps. 2nd place tonight from 17th to 2nd, J.C. Floyd. And J.C., I was just talking to Drew about a lot of yellows, which is probably annoying as a driver, but I know for a fact you were hoping for maybe one more once you got to 2nd because it looked like your car could contend with Tyler Jackson tonight.
Oh, yeah. I think if we definitely had a yellow, it would have been a very exciting ending. I still own payback just a little bit, not too bad for Fairbury. So it definitely would have been an exciting ending. I'm just kind of glad I made it up there with only 4 incident points too on a track like that. It's crazy.
Obviously, track tough to pass here tonight, so I know that incident in the heat race, you were probably really, really worried about making it through the field here tonight. But, man, 17th to second, that might be the biggest move we've seen all season long. Nice job.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, that whole heat thing, that kind of made me really mad because the guy was pretty much telling me he doesn't like me or something like that in the DMs in the race, and I'm like, so you just ruined someone's race for some reason. So I don't know. Hopefully the admins kind of see that he's kind of been a wrecking ball all year. So.
JC, next week we've got a doubleheader at Charlotte and at Williams Grove. Should be a fun way to end off this DIRTcar eSports Street Stock Series season. We hope to see you back.
All right, sounds good. See you guys next week.
All right, JC Floyd, P2, driving car number 18, good enough for a $75 payday. Now, your race winner, Tyler Jackson, we're waiting to see if we can get a word with him. I'm not sure if he is available or not. Usually he does come up here and talk to us, driving that 822 car. I know he'd probably like to talk to us. His first win of the year, worth a nice $100. The two-time series champion, but right now does not look like we will get to talk to him. So I think we might cut it off there unless I see him jump into the booth here in just a moment. But for that, yeah. I think we're going to have to call it there. Tyler Jackson not in the spot where we need him to be at to put him into our broadcast booth. So that's all we're going to do tonight here at Weedsport Speedway. Tyler Jackson, JC Floyd, Drew Hopkins, top three. Next week, 2 races, Charlotte and Williams Grove. Be me alongside, hopefully, Dylan Coyle. We'll have to wait and see if he can make it back or not. If not, should be Mike Warren. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the show here this evening. And we'll be back next week to crown a champion with the DIRTcar eSports Street Stock Series. See you then.
This has been a presentation of Dirtvision, a World Racing Group property. To get information about upcoming broadcasts, visit us on social media or at dirtvision.com.